Alright, today we're going to be finishing up the post-game of the base game of Legends ZA, the game, and that which you just lost. Let's go talk to Mabel about the one that gives. So we're going to be doing the two legendary quests.
Greedy little imbecile!
A new trainer fight, and also the encounter with the third of the legendaries. One of the namesakes, I believe, for Legends ZA as a whole.
Throwing even more budget at the Wild Zones because now they're hit with the tourists? We can't handle that without much funding. The city mayor is gonna be the death of me! Sure, things with the Prism Tower have calmed down at last, but that doesn't mean there aren't other threats to Lumios. The signs are all there!
Yeah, they point tourists in the right direction, what?
Well, look who's here, the finest researcher in the entire Mabel stable. You must have something pretty annoying to ask me if you come all the way to my office, right?
Well, Lysander did mention something.
Here we go again. Even after years on the straight and narrow, I still can't escape my past. Alright, guess I can't avoid it forever, so I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you what I know. There's a pair of legendary Pokemon in the Kalos region. The one that takes, otherwise known as Yveltal, and the one that gives, usually called Xerneas. I know quite a bit about the two since Team Flare tried its hand at capturing them both. Listen, I'm about to share something important, so I need you to pay attention here, kid. We've been getting some strange readings lately from the wild zones around town. If I had to posit a theory, I'd say it's almost like the areas have been bathed in Xerneas' life energy. And in every wild zone where we've detected these weird readings, we've seen a certain kind of Pokemon appearing without fail. They're alpha Pokemon, but not the usual kind. Something's not right about them. These anomalous alphas have to be connected somehow to Xerneas, to the one that gives. And even if they aren't, I guess we ought to still take care of them. Alphas always spell danger. I'm sure you can tell where this is going, right? Your new research task is to catch or defeat the anomalous alphas in Wild Zones 3, 5, and 9. Now get to it.
Yes, ma'am. I mean, ma'am. 3, 5, and 9. Well, let's go to 5. It's right there. Where's our little alpha guy? Unless I need to... No, I don't need to. Ah, there we go. Giant Gallade. Let's send out Trevenant here. Level 70. That's certainly strong. Get back here. No, not to me. Get up. Hiya. Hi, Bellsprout. You want in on this? No? Cool. And now the other Pokemon spawn in. We're out of here. Speaking of alphas, how you doing, Ampharos? Okay, 9's right over here, so that's Boogie. It's absolutely not going to be the Meowstic up on the roof, probably. Almost certainly, actually. Sableye out there. Just a regular one, though. Let's go up to the roof. Snake Eater. How did I never get this TM? Hold up. Ah. Not as good as it used to be, but Power Up Punch gives you a very, very temporary attack boost in this game. Okay, there's the Alpha Meowstic. There's an Alpha Main Neck Trick on that roof over there, which probably means if I triangulate the signal that I'm getting, the Alpha I am looking for is up on this roof. Whoop! We're fine. Getting topological data from the survey team. We draw a dragon here, and there we go. We mapped out the whole area. There you are. Haha! I'm so good at this. Guess we'll start with Roar, and then Boogie when things start getting a little out of hand. Things out of hand? Maybe a little bit. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Done. Okay, and last but not least was Area 3, which is right over here. If I remember right, this alpha, yeah, it's an alpha Steelix. The big thing about this is that Steelix can't be caught normally in the base game. So unless you catch this one, this is or rather, let me start over. This is the only one that you can catch in the base game. Outside of going to the Wild Zone 20 area and just hoping that Steelix shows up there. So if you don't catch this one, you're going to have to evolve an Onyx to get it into your Pokedex, which isn't a bad thing necessarily. It's just you could try to catch this one. Unfortunately, Steelix has always had a really bad catch rate. Like, look, I'm even at night with boosted odds on the Dusk Ball, and it's only got a one arrow sort of thing. So I'm not going to be particularly, like, trying to get this. If I fail it, then I fail it. Like, look, two arrows after getting the catch window, and it's gone. Alright. No big deal. At least not for me. If you really wanted to grind out that Steelix, then good luck to you.
And here's my little star researcher. See, tackling my tasks has trained you up to handle just about anything, wouldn't you say? Wouldn't you say? Now then, looking at the data you collected. We're basically headed for disaster. Xerneas, the one that gives life, is beyond a doubt drawing close to Lumio City. We can probably infer that the crisis with the tower triggered this behavior. The excessive mega power from the tower caused rogue mega evolution, and if Xerneas shows up, something similar could happen again. I mean, it has commanded basically an unlimited pool of life energy. There's only one way to make sure we avoid another disaster. Xerneas must be caught. It looks on track to appear to Wild Zone 11. Oh, you can triangulate that. And once it appears there, it'll be a problem for some outstanding trainer to deal with. By which I obviously mean you, not me. Alright, let's go to 11. I don't remember which entrance I need to go to. I think it's this one. When you try to warp to 11, it sends you off to that riverbank, but Xerneas appears on the beach from this entrance. Oh, look, Alpha Slowbro. Do I even have a Slowbro? I do not. Don't mind me, folks. Just filling out my Pokedex pages. This sure is a nice water. My shoes are getting wet. Is this deer gonna show up at all? Oh, dear God. I'm sorry, dear God. There we go. It's posing such a threat to us. We must catch it. Looks like you made contact with our target. You're up against Xerneas, one of the legendary Pokemon of the Kalos region. We need you to catch that thing.
Have at you, creature. Complete with its theme, too. Paralyze it right away. Powered up now. No big deal. Now I'm powered up, you fool! Here comes its Geomancy again. Here comes Geomancy a third time, I guess. I don't know how it got a cooldown so quickly there. Not going to be that easy, but it is going to be easy. Xerneas and Yveltal have pretty good catch rates. Hey, I thought you weren't allowed out of the lab.
Ding, 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 you sure did it! And to the victor go the spoils, meaning, congrats, you got yourself a legendary Pokemon. Seriously, great work. When we found Xerneas 5 years ago, it was basically dormant in a tree-like state. It was a lot easier to secure like that compared to what you just had to do. But even then, you could feel the life force just roiling around it. I'd been researching Pokemon's life energy for ages, and I was still overwhelmed by that feeling. Seeing Xerneas again after all this time, it's quite something. But look at me, still stuck here, forbidden from traveling about freely or leaving Lumiose. Then there was all that mess with energy leaking from the tower and powering up wild Pokemon. That energy's probably even what caused all these wild Pokemon to flock to the city wanting a taste. In short, things have been rough. But somehow we managed to prevent even more trouble from befalling the Pokemon here. Looking at it that way, it's nice to know that my work for Team Flare wasn't a total waste. And you still haven't finished all the research tasks I wanted you to do for me either. So maybe you can take a breather today, but I'm still counting on you to get that work done. Bye!
Alright, one down, one to go. How we doing here, gang? Yep, that's what I thought. Flawitzer does not like me hanging around. Next up, to Nouveau Cafe to talk to Grisham about Yveltal.
The only good thing we've got to offer is our location. You here for another nasty drink?
Grizel, I do wish you wouldn't be so candid in your sales pitch.
What? We saved the whole dang city with them. You think we still need to stand on ceremony? So what'd you want today? The same old ember roast?
Want the one that takes. Ah, you speak of the legendary Pokemon Yveltal and Xerneas.
Ugh, never thought I'd have to hear those names again. Thanks for yet another reminder of all the ways we messed up back in our Team Flare days. If you're facing either of those two, we'll help out. I hate the aftertaste of failure.
Indeed, but if you aim to take on a legendary Pokemon, I think it would be wise to reach out to the good people of Quasartico first. Meet us at the Quasartico Incorporated building. Discussing this further without them won't get us anywhere, believe me.
To Quasartico it is.
And if I remember right, this is where we start unlocking the ability to redo past Mega Evolution fights. Here you are. We'd heard from Grisham that we should be expecting you. And I have an update of my own. Our team's recently detected some sort of flying object approaching Lumiose City. We have since determined that this object is most likely the legendary Pokemon Yveltal.
Yveltal is a real nasty piece of work. It nearly took out a whole Team Flare unit on its own back when we tried to capture it for use for the ultimate weapon. And that was when it was in its dormant state, mind you.
We did finally manage to contain it thanks to the efforts of the very best trainers that Team Flare had to offer, including our former admin Malva. If our forces hadn't been so depleted by that foolish campaign, I doubt those children would have ever reached the ultimate weapon to stop it. This time, Quasartico Incorporated will be stepping in to help so you don't end up similarly overwhelmed.
What kind of help, Vinny?
You see, Team Flare had a device that they used to train some of their team members. It was a battle simulator that could fully recreate Pokemon using holotech, down to the details of how they moved and the effects of their attacks. Grisham and Grizel here had both experienced it for themselves, so we asked for their input, and built ourselves an improved version. Yes, we had to train against such a device back then as Team Flare's future leaders.
But the monstrosity Quasartico's made is even worse than what Team Flare had come up with.
Making it the perfect tool with which to train for such a great challenge such as this. Whattageek, I would like to ask you to battle once more against Victreebel, Hawlucha, and Tyranitar in their Rogue Mega Evolved states. The device is kept in the lower levels. We call it our Rogue Mega Evolution Simulator 3000. Remes 3000, if you would. If you'd follow me, please. We can set you up to battle against the Rogue Mega Evolution Simulator from here. Which REM simulation would you like to battle? Rogue Evolution Mega. Let's do Victreebel. I guess in order wouldn't hurt. Bye, folks. Have a time. So now we get to do these Rogue Megas again, but unlike before, we don't have anyone to help us out. It's just us. Big guy. Start out strong with a Sword Dance Drill Run. Already popped out some energy, that's cool. Thought I grabbed that bigger one, but whatever. Do it, I dare you. Dang, already brought him to half health. Don't mess with plus attack. Earthquakes and drill runs from Mega Excadrill. And I keep raising my attack with Metal Claw anyway, so I don't need to worry about Swords Dance. A resounding victory. Let's do Tyranitar next, because we already have Excadrill prepped. Rawr. I was gonna say, get back here. That Earthquake's not gonna hit. Dang, alright. Where's he waddling? I don't know if I experimented with it at all, whether or not the Sand Stream or the Sandstorms would affect ground types like Excadrill. Because it did affect Medicham, if I remember right. Okay, good. We got that last attack off before it became temporarily invincible. And now it's dead. So what does it matter, really? A resounding victory. Last but not least, the guy, El Luchador. Arriba! That energy. How about you, Kerr? Oops. Probably should have done Brick Break. Golden attack! Stop that. Go get. Golden attack. Punch. Headbutt. Dunzo. Superbly done, as was to be expected from one of our first ever Zia Royale champions. You're truly impressive to have so soundly defeated 3 Rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon on your own, even if they were simulations.
I guess it was pretty impressive.
Yes, what is it? Understood. So the flying object we believe to be Yveltal is Yveltal, has finally reached the borders of Lumio City. Please notify nearby residents. Civilians should be put on alert. We don't want them to die, after all. I suppose you overheard all you need to. Yveltal has arrived. It appears to be headed for the roof of the Rouge District's Galerie de la Lune.
Yveltal is said to be able to absorb life force. It represents death itself. Meaning that simply defeating it in battle won't be enough. It'll just recover and fly into a rage. You absolutely have to catch it to control it.
Alright, we have our heading. It's up there.
So then, where do I gotta go to climb? I don't remember. I think there's a ladder on the outside somewhere, or I have to float over to it from the academy?
No, there's scaffolding. Yeah. For scaffolding. Just do a little hop, a skip, and a jump. And just like that, we're at the top of the Galerie de la Lune. Bird? Come for you, bird. Look at him perch. We've detected Yveltal's life force. I suppose you must have found it. Yveltal is an extremely dangerous Pokemon. I trust you will take care. And you know you've got to catch it, right? It's a big job, but you ought to be up for it. Yar. Ivar. Ivor? Paralyze it. I don't really have many other status effect moves besides Thunder Wave on my current team comp, so... Man, for a flying type, it sure isn't moving a lot in the sky. Wonder if it's because I paralyzed it. I mean, probably. I guess Ultra Ball time, here we go. One more. And another one. Okay, it's PO'd. We'll just wait. The homing attack of Psychic. Another one! Man, he does not have to wait for cooldowns at all. Well, rip whoever was over there. Stop. Hammer time. Yeta! Ah! Applause! You never stop surprising me. To think that you would be able to conquer even Yveltal. I just wanted to protect Lumiose. Perhaps it's true that wanting something too much clouds the vision, sending one down paths that lead only to defeat. Lysander. What are you going on about now, Grizz? Nothing. Nothing at all. I was just thinking how wonderful it would be to have a serious battle against our friend here who has subdued Lumiose's mightiest Pokemon. Seriously? If there's a point here, would you mind getting to it? My point is only that my old fixation upon restoring our honor held me captive to the past, and now I'm focused wholly on becoming the greatest I can be. A better goal, I'd rather think. Yeah, I guess. Nothing wrong with that, huh? I prefer the look you get on your face when you're focused in battle. You almost look good. I think I also maintain a nice expression when I am dealing with our customers. Speaking of which, are we all ready for a nice coffee break? Alright, one piping hot cup full of props to you. I swear it's not not just dregs we couldn't sell today. It's a good thing she said dregs and not something else with a vowel in the middle of DRGS. Well, we got the one who gives and the one who takes. So now what? A being that gives and a being that takes. Both actions are vital to maintaining balance, but in excess, either could destroy it. My memories remain vague, indistinct, yet there is one thing I know. Long ago, I tried to give too much, but my good deeds saw no reward. I wallowed in despair and resentment, and I decided to take everything for myself instead. Then came Zygarde, a being that seeks to correct excess, to find moderation, to restore balance. I can only imagine that is why it would save me, the one who'd fired the ultimate weapon. And now I must ask something of you. Battle me, so that I may see who you truly are as a trainer. I'm a guy who likes using Pokemon who he hasn't used before. And who are you? Are you prepared to battle me? I once believed that victory was the only meaning to be found from battle. But I am certain that I will enjoy battling you. Challenged by Pokemon Trainer L. I believe his team is the exact same, plus like an addition or two from Gen 6. Not a good sign for my Flawitzer here, so... Oh yeah. Okay, maybe not the exact same. I don't remember Florges or Sableye. Probably not a good switch into, but oh well. He definitely still had Pyroar from the original. That's not changed. Good boulder. I'm cool. This really shows how far Lysander has come. Oh, by the way, Gyarados Digivolve to Chinese Kitemon. This shows how far Lysander has come, because previously he couldn't Mega Evolve without like some sort of apparatus all over his person. Now he's able to do it just on his own. Excellent. I can feel the fire of your convictions burning deep within your heart. This is why we battle, to reach understanding. Trainer to trainer, trainer to Pokémon, and Pokémon to Pokémon. I suppose that is why a Z like you wished for the ZA Royale to resume. 5 years ago, a group of children stood against me in defiance. If only I could remember their names. If I'd tried to understand them, perhaps I would never have fired the ultimate weapon. Dog? Where you been? Zygarde. How curious. I believe it meant to beckon you to the tower. That much is what I can intuit from my experience working with Zygarde. What it wants with you at that fateful place, I cannot say. Okay, well, it's time to face off against Zygarde at the tower. Let me just make sure I've got a couple of different moves here. I think I want... Bulk up. And we'll go to the Justice Dojo, and we'll go to the Pokemon Center. I don't think we need to heal, but I will anyway. I'm gonna go to the Justice Dojo for Seeds Mastery. Or rather, turning things into plus moves. Because it just did 2 TMs. Bulk up. Yes, I do. I want... Flip turn. Here we go. Hiya! And I'm good everywhere else, right? So far. Oops. Let me also throw Protect onto Glow here. I don't need to make it a plus move, I don't think. Do one last heal. And let's go and face off against Zygarde. Day is breaking! A new day is dawning! Quickly! We must do this at night! I don't think we need to, but it would be cool. Oh, I only got a couple seconds. Come on, dog! Will you battle Zygarde? Get ready. Dog. Aha! Take that, dog! Got it stunned. Get in there for some attacks. Where are you going? Was that supposed to hit me anywhere else, or... Oh, get him. Powered up Blizzard. Nice. Get another freeze dry in there. Oh, he backed up. Dog down. But that's not it. Snake form next, 50%. Zygarde is now in its 50% form and its power has grown greater. Once I see Land's Wrath going, then I'm gonna try to protect. Go get him. Oh, there's Land's Wrath. Do I need to... Okay. That's fair. He was glowing like a super move would have, so I just assumed that I could attack him as normal, but whatever. Oops, wrong person. Whatever, we'll run with it for a bit. Go get him. One way to protect against Dragon Pulse is just power up. Hiya! Oh, Land's Wrath again. I'll take one hit. There we go. Another form down. And now for the Megazord, complete form. Zygarde wants to test you with its true power in its complete form. I'm gonna say 1,000 arrows might actually hit me if I stay there. He's targeting me and not Aurora's. Oh, he's slow walking. What you doing, buddy? Oh, I missed. Oh, nope, didn't that time. Heck yeah. Oh, he's flying now. Where's he going? Get back here! Glow! Oh, I can't call it back. I believe it's doing a Z. Yeah. Yeah, Core Enforcer. Looks cool. Pretty dangerous, though. No. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm stuck because of 1,000 waves, that's why. Nice, nice. Doing another Corn Forcer. Oh, Land's Wrath. Oh! Bye, Glow. Thousand Waves again? Sure enough. Ah, but I stunned ya! Haha! Done. Zygarde has deemed you worthy. Let your Pokeball fly! I'm gonna catch it in a love ball. Yeah, it's a guaranteed capture. Dog. Bump it. Nice. So this legendary Pokemon has joined forces with the mightiest trainer in Lumiose. The thought of you two combining your power gives me hope for the future of this city. You should have this. It will allow Zygarde to change its form. Zygarde Cube! Can I roll it like a dice? Like a d20? So, Zygarde will only turn into its complete form when its HP is half or less. And then it can Mega Evolve only when it's in its complete form. Corn Forcer becomes Nihil Light afterwards. When Zygarde used up its strength protecting Pokemon from the light of the ultimate weapon, its parts scattered to far-off places, absorbing the power of those lands and seeking humans who would give it aid. And now that I think of it, the moves that Zygarde used when it Mega Evolved, they reminded me of Z moves, like those used in the Alola region. But perhaps I am reading too much into it. Now it falls to me to ponder, what should I do with the 3,000 years I must live? Is there something you want to do? There is. To this day, I yearn to create a more beautiful world, and I will yearn for it forever. I once thought that we could achieve that world by fulfilling the material needs of everyone. Now I know it is not so simple. An old proverb says it is good to feed the hungry, but better to teach them how to feed themselves. I had focused solely on what I believed the world needed, yet I lost sight of how to make it so that people could truly flourish. Thanks to what you and your Pokemon have done together, I have learned my lesson well. It is an outlandish dream, far beyond my reach, but with 3,000 years' time, perhaps I can make it real. Much like AZ wandered far and wide across the world in search of Floette, I shall travel across the vast reaches in search of ways to create the world I yearn for. When people manage to meet, it is a gift. Even living in the same time and place is no guarantee. The fact that we and so many others met and banded together to make Lumiose a better place is something we should treasure. Barring some great change, I doubt we will meet again, but I will carry these lessons with me. Au revoir, my young friend. Alright. Oh yeah, time to switch over to day. So, that's the post-game of I beat one trainer during the battle zone, and that's the one I needed to face off against Tawny. That's funny. That's the post-game of Legends ZA. So if you didn't have the DLC, hi Sylveon. If you didn't have the DLC, this is kind of where your adventure with the game was over. But you could still like play the game. It just all depends on how you chose to spend your time. So, for example, you could go around shiny hunting for Pokemon, or getting all the colorful screws, getting the reward for that, which, by the way, the ultimate reward for all the colorful screws is just a life-size, well, not life-size, no, yeah, it is, canary plush that sits in your room. It has no effect. It's just there in your room. But there are more colorful screws than what is necessary to get all the buffs at Racine Construction. So that's something to keep in mind. You don't need to go for all the colorful screws if you don't want to. Other things you can do, get all the Mega Stones, fill out your Pokedex, complete Mabel's requests. If you do all of Mabel's requests, you end up getting a Shiny Charm. But man, in the base game, the amount of points you need to get the Shiny Charm, there are more than are necessary, and the problem with that is one of the biggest annoyances, to me personally, you gotta win 500 Pokemon battles. That doesn't sound so bad. Once you get to 500, yada yada, it's not that big a deal. There's one more level after that. I don't remember if it's 1,000 battles or 600 battles. I think it's 1,000. Oh, I was very against doing that grind, but I did it anyway and got the Shiny Charm before the DLC dropped. And then the DLC gives you more requests to do to give you more points to fill out your stuff, but the rewards still cap out at level 50 for the Shiny Charm. Oh, I did 1,000 Pokemon battles. I grinded out 1,000 Pokemon battles at the ZA Royale to double my shiny odds, and then the game gave me more ways to get more points to get doubled shiny odds. Was not a fan. Anyway, so I'm not going to be doing all the Mabel's research in the post-game here, but I will be slowly working through it during the DLC. It's not going to be that big a deal, but if you want to go grinding for it, by all means, this is a fine game to sink some time into just to do things. You don't have to do everything. You can do as much as you want. It's really not that big a deal. I like it. I like the game. I like the post-game. It's fine. It's inoffensive. And I'm going to show off the DLC and looking forward to doing that too. And I hope you are looking forward to seeing that. For now, though, thank you for watching. This was the X, Y, and Z axes finally meeting, and the conclusion of what is effectively Pokemon Z version. Thanks for watching. See you next time for the beginning of the DLC.